Welcome to Bricks and Toys, and welcome to the first of 2 discussion videos. This month, I'm starting a new job, and with starting a new job, I don't have 300 times 3 to be throwing down on 300-ish dollar Lego sets that's coming out this November. If you guys watched my video series of where I discuss what's coming, you guys will know that for November, I summed it all up by saying, if you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home, like Fergie and Ludacris once said on Glamorous. That is the theme of this month. Now, 300-ish dollars per Lego set is not too bad, but when it's one after another, all in the same month, it can be a little bit much. And if you don't know what I'm talking about the $330 Lego Botanical Garden from the newest idea. Then we have the X-Men, the X-Mansion for another $320 US. And then we have a rumored set, which is going to be the Endurance for our Black Friday set of 2024, which is going to be another $260 rumored. That is 3 major releases with nothing in between, like play sets that's $20 and $30 here and there. It's just boom, boom, boom. And then what's even more funny is we still have a Lego modular coming out, which will be probably between $200 and $300. So without further ado, let's start going over some talking points for this review of this set, why I think it's great, why I don't think it's great, by hopping in my computer. Let's go. So like before, I'm here on the Lego website with the Botanical Garden. This is the latest Lego Ideas set. Like I've said, $330 US coming November 4th, but early insiders access for the 1st. This set has 3,792 pieces, making it a little bit better of a value than the X-Men X-Mansion. That will be our next discussion video. This is set number 21353. Let's go through the pictures and let's talk about this set. Here we have the pictures pulled up. And, you know, first few things that we notice is a dude on a phone. The phone looks kind of familiar to another set I once had. We have a fountain with a bird just chilling. We got a dude. We got a creeping dude back here with a red bird. We got some people inside conversating, maybe a mother and a son, maybe. All these torso prints look so familiar to other sets we've gotten in the last few years. Again, with this one as well, looks like a camera, another kid, another elderly gentleman. Then we got this over here with a leaf blower, just kind of a cool little thing. Looks like they may have used a coffee cup to make that work. I don't know. Then we have a leaf, obviously. Camera guy taking a picture of the tree. So we got, as far as the tree goes, we got that tree. Then we got all these lovely flowers all around it with these little trees right here. Then we have the building itself with all of this incredible glass roofing. I think this glass roofing just looks just magnificent. I am a sucker for the sand green windows with the white architecture with that clear glass. It's just magnificent. What I don't like starting off is how the base plate is finished. It's just there. It's very kind of like amateurish just to have a little bit of sidewalk placed in, then to have all of that exposed base plate. It's kind of like something else should be there. I'm not the designer or a Lego person that works for Lego, so I can't tell you, but I just feel like this doesn't feel right to me. Also, I feel like since it is going to be on a base plate like this, it should also have connecting points for a Lego city and to work with the other modular buildings. Continuing on, here we got the box. Let's zoom in. I think this is Lego Ideas number 61. Yes, it is. Zoom back out. The box looks exactly what we would expect from the set. And then here we got to look at the back. So it looks like where that guy was standing in the other picture, we actually have a little cafe area where they can eat and sit. And then we have another little area. Let's zoom in on that with a squirrel, water hose. Maybe this is where they get the water to water the plants outside. Who knows? Let's continue on. And then the set breaks down like this. So we got a main area. Looks like this plant does rise out, or it's just that tall. Then we have the walls that actually lift out, reviewing what looks to be a cash register right here. And then the back wall comes out. Maybe we'll see in another photo as to why. Then we got a photo of how the roof comes out in 1, 2, and 3 sections with all that glass. Other than that, we can get a kind of a look from this point. 20 inches is what we would expect. So this is actually 2 full base plates in width. This would be so good for any Lego city, and it's not compatible. But, you know, you could do it if you know what you're doing, like I used to. Then we can get a look at this tiling. It does go to this water fountain on this side and this tree on this side, but then we still see studs all in between everywhere. Let's continue to look at the pictures. Here we get a look at what's on that back. So this portion of this set, I'm going to guess, is this portion right here where we can't see what is behind the veil because this wall is blocked, and like this one comes off from the front, this one comes from the back, and it looks like we are in like a succulents little area with a blind patron visiting the flowers. Guess he's there to smell them and not see them. At least he's embracing nature. Then we have this really cool little stairway to go up and overlook for all the minifigures. That is kind of cool. I like that a lot. I like the color of these tree elements right here. There is studs to place minifigures throughout the set inside, so that's another cool thing to note. Indoor trees. Again, it's busy. There's lots of foliage going on, but again, it kind of looks like it's a little bare. Let's just keep looking at the photos, and here's a look at all of the minifigures that we have. Looks like we have some employees right here that tend to all the plants. Looks like we got some patrons that are together, maybe a grandpa and a granddaughter. And then looks like we got a mom and a son maybe right here. Maybe another employee. Who knows what these people are? Maybe a couple here and some camera people here with the blind gentleman. Here we got a look of someone playing with it. I don't know what exactly she's installing that's making her so happy, but more to you. Same type of smile, lifting up that roof. I would not be smiling. I'd be kind of concerned. I would not want that to break. Here we get an up-close look at that front section to the right that lifts up, and that is a cash register for sure with one of the workers checking out this guy with the blue mailbag to his side. And here we get a look at these two again. It looks like he may be just a photographer enjoying all the foliage, and he's helping his buddy out right here who is impaired, which is nice. Then here's that couple that we saw with their dog, and they're enjoying, looks like some ice cream or whatever, when there's that employee once again. Here we got to look at that mom with the kid, and now I see why the mom looks like that. It's because the kid pulled the flower. Yeah, I got kids. I know what it's like. They are quite annoying with taking 2 places. Anyway, we have a sticker element, so we are going to have stickers in this set, Arid Garden, as you can see. Then we get this next couple right here, which I think is the granddaughter and the grandpa. Somehow with a cane, he made it up all these stairs. Kudos to you, dude. Kudos to you. We got another employee with blonde hair right down there with the broom. There's what it would look like in your collection, all 20 inches right there. It's about 64 studs wide. And there it looks like in another setting, maybe with some plants. Maybe you want to put this in a sealed up greenhouse so it can be with your other real plants. Who knows? Then we get a look at the back of the box and all of its detail. And we are at the end. So with everything I just showed you guys right then and there, this set, it's got its flaws. But even with its flaws, and even without a Lego City, I still am struggling not to pull the trigger on this set. I still would buy this set. I think it is really freaking cool, even though it is a little bit toned down to what we could have, and I'll show you that in a second, because there is a cheaper alternative to this set. If you guys have been watching my channel, you guys will know we've already built it, we've already done it, but for you guys that don't, we're going to go over that here in a second. But at this particular point in the game, I like the minifigures because with the option that I'm going to show you, you don't really get minifigures with that option unless you make them from other things, like go to a Lego store and build a minifigure section and then do it that way. So with this, we get minifigures. We get kind of a story with the set. But if we're going to have minifigures that kind of tell a story about a day at the Botanical Garden, I know it's a Lego idea set, it should have modular connecting points to go with the other buildings. Unlike the X Mansion, this thing is pretty girthy inside. There's lots of space inside. and it's very detailed, and it's the right kind of dimensions from what it seems like in the pictures to put in with a Lego city. In my X-Mansion video, which is coming up in a couple of days, you guys will see the points that I'm trying to make of how that set doesn't really match up well in a city, but yet it's got the connection points for it, where this one doesn't, and it should be the other way around. So now let's hop over into my computer. Let's go over the option that we created last year from a Friends set that could be more affordable than this set, and it's equally as good. Let's go check it out. So here is the Botanical Garden. This is an $80 set from the Friends, and will you look at that? This is a open back play set with 1,072 pieces. It is set number 41757. So for 1,000 pieces, you pay $80. You get 3 mini dolls. Let's go ahead and click in on this. And now we're going to start seeing some really interesting things, like these butterflies. Check out these butterflies you get with this set. Blue, yellow, those are really pretty. Again, it has this beautiful glass dome with the tree going up inside. Looks like we have a little bit of a waterfall right here going down the side of the building. We get those sand green windows once again with that white architecture, and again that, plastic domes, glass looking ceiling right there. We have flowers all on the outside, but instead of it just being flat plate, we actually have some elevation put into it right here for that little pond effect. And then we have a tree also. We have a little bit of a book so you can log the flowers that you're seeing, and the mini dolls are just doing mini doll things with a little, duck. Here's the set in the box, and here's the set from the back. You can see that lovely tree. Even with it being open back, it still is really, really beautiful. I like the little signs you get right here. And then there's little tree builds and the little inside succulents. And look how nice this is all done. This is done really nice. Let's just take a quick second to kind of pause right here. Let's go back to the Botanical Garden right here. Click into our photos. And let's go into where we can see inside. And this is kind of what we got to compare it to. We do have some signs still. Then we have the succulents. But I like the colors and the way that this is done just a little bit better on the Friends set. This is good, but not as good as that. Let's continue about taking a look at the Friends Botanical Garden. Then we get a more look at the inside. We don't have anything like this on this version of the set, as you can tell from this picture right here. We have a little bit of a fountain, and that's it. Where over here, we got a little bit of an in-depth feature with some translucent blue bricks. I do remember this set from last year. There is a koi fish down in the water, which is really cool with the depth effect. There's our mini dolls. There's the back of the box. It kind of tells you what is in there, which is cool. But the biggest key factor of this set right here is if you go to a website called rebrickable.com, you type in the set number right here where it says search, you get this. You pull up this right here. And what you do is you go down here to alternate builds. And then you want to find the one that says that it is done by Brick Artisan. Now this is the one that I did. There are other ones using just like two kits and a base plate. There's a whole bunch of these, like 3 makes this one, so forth and so on. The one that I personally paid money for, because you do got to buy these instructions for $8, is this one where you take 2 of these, so $80 times 2, which is $160, and then you got to buy 103 extra pieces, which you can take from the inventory and import it over to a Bricklinks parts list. And if I remember right, I paid like $30-ish for those pieces. So under $200 is what it costs to make this awesome set. Let's see if I can blow up the pictures on this or just zoom in. There we go. And there we can get a look at that atrium. Now it's all the way around with the glass around the top. We have a waterfall on each side now, which is really nice. Sand green windows and trees on both sides with the ponds. Really nice. And if we take a look back, we can see the whole thing is elevated and modular. So boom and boom right there. We do have a little bit of the 1 base plate studs sticking out. Now this is a 1 base plate design, not a 2 base plate design like the Ideas set, but I think there's so much more packed in here, and it's so much more well done with that elevation and all the foliage. Like, look at how they finish all of this around. It is done really well. I used to have this set. I unfortunately sold it because I thought this was going to be better, but you know what? It is what it is. I don't have room for either of these right now, to be honest with you guys. They do work in all the butterfly elements all throughout the set, which is really, really nice. The ducks is there. You walk in from the back here on either side. You can get a better look at how nice the little interior is done. This is an incredible build. So this is your second option right here. That saves you, what, let's go over $150-ish. So that part right there, I feel like was really important to include you guys on, because you guys may be considering that set, but it's something about it just does not feel right. And if it doesn't feel right to you, then you are correct. There is something out there that is better, and that is the reworkable model. Like I've already mentioned in this video, I had this model. This model was in the amusement park in my Lego City. I then took it and I put it in my personal collection up on my shelf, and then I sold it because I would rather have had the money for it than to have the set. I don't know, guys. I kind of like the reworkable model more than I like the Lego Ideas model. The cool thing about the reworkable model is it's only on a 10 by 10 footprint and not a 10 by 20 footprint. So if you're looking for a garden that packs in a lot of beauty into a tight space, the reworkable model is not only cheaper, it's what you're looking for. Where with the Lego Ideas set, it is more expensive by over $100, and it takes up twice the space. I'm really torn between these two sets because one is, well, made by Lego with minifigures, and the other one is made using some guy's instructions for taking 2 plus 103 pieces. Overall, I still kind of want to buy the Lego Ideas version. Now, I'm not going to get either of these because I've been there and done that. But the whole concept of this video was to go over and review the set, share my thoughts and opinions, and if I recommend it, which I do. But at the same time, I also want to recommend the reworkable model because it's cheaper and smaller, and I think it's got a little bit better details. Trade-off being no minifigures. So the choice is yours, guys. The reworkable botanical garden from the Friends sets with the mini dolls, or the brand new Lego Ideas set. That's all I have for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, you guys can hit the thank you button down below. Helps us get Lego sets like what's behind me and not this right here. This is something that I am avoiding. Equally as important, you guys can hit that subscribe button to follow along with everything that we do. As usual, you guys can share this video with your friends, and do not forget to hit that thumbs up button, which is that like button. That would be super appreciated. Up next in a couple of days, we're going to go over the X-Men X-Mansion. And it's going to be the same type of video, but that one I don't think caught a break. This one did catch a break. So I hope you check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good one.